Excuse me, hey, I'm doing a video for a church. Can I look at your shirt? Oh, man. Oh, your shirt? Oh, excuse me, shirt. Oh, your shirt. It's a good shirt. Yo. See how that guy's shirt said, "Y'all need Jesus"? And the other girl's shirt had Satan symbols on it. They want me to think, well, if he won't believe, if Jesus Christ himself won't believe that we're Jesus, we'll tell him that Satan is Jesus. We'll tell him it's the same thing. We'll tell them that he's just like one of us and that we all been through it or something. That's actually what they're thinking in their head. Because I think there is like, they remind me of like kids or people with like some sort of schizophrenia or delusional disorder. I mean, even this, it's like Frozen. The girl with red hair, you know, like Valentine, like lips, they want to be like, will you be our Valentine after that? Like, I time it out. They wanted me to like walk over there and see that and be like, oh my God, they're me or something. Oh my God. Like, it's just part of the process. It's part of the test. And then I go over here and I'm like, Frozen. Oh, and I gotta wear lipstick and they're my Valentine, be my Valentine. And then like, then they want me to think, oh my God, if I explained this to you and you weren't scared of me and you weren't scared of them, it'd be laughable. I promise you that if you weren't scared of me or them, you'd be hilariously laughing. They're pretending to be me in front of me. Imagine if someone, I mean, I'm not even gonna say if they looked like you, because that would change the whole dynamic of it. But like, imagine if someone came up to you saying that they're you. And let's say they didn't know everything about you. Let's say they just kept saying, I'm you, every day or two. Now imagine if they told you that they were you and they were your dad, and that they were your boyfriend, and that you're just a little girl and you didn't know it, and that you like pup play, you're a dog, you didn't know it. Doesn't that sound creepy? I mean, to a normal human, that'd be terrifying. You know the movie, Samuel Jackson? I forget, but he's like, you know, he's playing the role of a very angry old man, and it's like the face on him and the shirt, that his hat says you. So, because I'm supposed to, just relax. I'm not saying you guys, anyone watching this as a human is like him. But I mean, like, man, girls with red hair everywhere. It's like if that person, look up Samuel L. Jackson, look up angry and old, do something. Or look up, I think you would have to look up, not to sound racist, but you have to look up angry, old, black man. And I'm not being racist. It's actually what you would have to look up to exactly that picture. Look up for the Samuel L. Jackson picture. If that guy came up to you and started saying that he was your dad and the real you and stuff like that, Roy, the game of Roy, I want them to think they're playing a game of Roy. But they're not. Now they're scared crapless. Would you believe him? That'd be pretty creepy. It's scary, right? Now, what if instead of that old man that would have dementia and that, you get it? Old man, there's a dog there. That old man, because they're as smart as dogs. In some sort of way, they're as smart as dogs. They're like, I mean, if you really look at them, I mean, I just think it's a funny picture to have me looking at. If that guy came up to you and said he was the real you, I mean, I know, just never mind that it's Ozzy Osbourne, but what if that guy came up to you and said he's the real you, and that he knows you better than you know yourself, and that you're just a little girl and a dog, and you know it, and that, like, imagine if every day, and then you saw him on the inside, and it was like some old, deranged person with dementia, or like some little girl, or someone with Down syndrome, or someone with schizophrenia, or all the above. I don't understand how or what to diagnose Satan with. If you watch all my videos, I'm a doctor and a psychologist. on the inside. And I'm just kidding. I obviously did know it. Because they think I'm Dr. Janus. Janus, just relax. Because that's like what Satan is. Satan's trying to tell me all this crazy stuff about myself when that's like what they are. They're like crazy little people and deranged and schizophrenic. I didn't even know it. They're literally the exact type of people they try and say I am. And it's just insane that they thought they can get away with it. Like, they're trying to tell, they want me to believe that they're my doctors. They want me to believe that they're my dad, they're my boyfriend dad. They tell me I'm the true son of Lucifer, but at the same time they say I'm a girl, the true son daughter of Lucifer, but then they want me to think I'm AJ, and AJ's a girl that identifies as a man and wants to become a man one day. So it's too confusing. And it's not like they want me to be a boy, then a girl, then a boy. They just want to keep me as a girl and a sacrifice. And it's like, I don't know, explain this to a human that it's hilarious to me, who's 1,000,000 years old, how funny it is to think they can get away with this. I told them, look up a picture of bank robber outfits, and you'll literally see a guy. Hold on, I'll show you. Please bear with me with this one. This might be a big development in the video series that I'm doing. As you can see, hold on. Okay, look up bank robber outfits. Said they're trying to convince me that they're me, but they might as well all be dressed like this. and they and they actually think they could get away with it. Oh, my bad. And like that carriage. And hold on, like this. Like they're trying to tell me, like, shh, it's just Jesus, don't mind me. Like, why doesn't he believe our lies? And then they're like, dude, like, you don't believe us, dude? You don't believe that we're Jesus? You don't believe we're just you? like, dude, like, I'm here to fix the pipes. Don't mind me. I'm just here to fix the pipes. And they're like, I don't get, why won't he believe we're you, dude? Like, dude. Oh my god. It's like, why would I believe that you guys are like that? And then, hold on. Angry. This is the way I've basically explained to Satan how I view them. Is this guy. Wait, no, I gotta do the GIF one. It's good enough, right? Like that. Why won't you believe me? Why won't you believe we're you? And it's like the exact type of face, like the big wide eyes, like they get so angry that I don't believe in their lies. And it's like, it's so ridiculous. They think I'm as dumb as I view them. They think I'm as dumb as a baby. I think they're as dumb as babies. They think I'm like a little girl. I think they're like little girls. They think I'm like schizophrenic and delusional. I think they're schizophrenic and delusional. It's like some weird opposite Black Mirror episode or something. Out of like some haunted house. I don't even know how to explain it. And they're like, they genuinely believe that if I relax, I'll turn into a different person. I'll get amnesia. I'll forget from whence I came. Like, imagine if someone came up to you like, I know you're gonna forget from whence you came. Creepy, right? If you were human. Imagine that guy or a criminal come up to you saying you're gonna forget from whence you came. Where's it? Like I swear to you, if you're human and you're watching this, if you, like, I'm gonna make a movie about this one day. And I say because I said I'm, again, the number 2 coming up recently. I said I'm gonna make SpiderMan. People are gonna think that I'm working with these people and I'm taking pictures of gloves on the ground and all this stuff everywhere. and it's just like me doing it, and then it's like the Little Mermaid, Disney princesses, like, you're like, won't you be a Disney princess? Imagine if an old, angry man came up to you, like that guy, or if some criminals in robber outfits came up to you and said, why won't you just be a little girl? To me, it's hilarious. Like I even said, I said, you wanted me to be like a little girl, dude. You're gonna get Dragula instead. It's crazy. I mean, I don't know. I'm not trying to make this into a comedy video. It actually is Jesus Christ. And then, again, as I say Jesus, there's babies there. Because, like, dude, who's the baby? I don't get it. The person who sees through time, that's telling you what to do. I mean, who is it? It's not that guy. I'll tell you that. It's not that guy. These people aren't controlling me. If you look very carefully, they're the ones who look nervous and worried. And at the same time, it's hard. I mean, if you really knew body language, I'd be able to tell. And then that they look nervous and scared. Sometimes they're almost crying. And I kind of feel bad for them because I view them as like baby girls or like people like dogs. Because they might be like genius at some stuff. But when it comes to me, they're as dumb as a dog. And it's like they're as smart as not even a regular dog, like this thing. See how it doesn't have a brain? That's why I made the movie Helen Keller about Satan. Believe it or not, you know how Helen Keller is deaf and blind and mute? Well, these people refuse to speak to me in anything other than their disguises. Like, they refuse to answer my questions, even telepathically. And also, it's like they can't hear anything I say because they never learn information. They never receive the information I'm throwing. They don't catch what I throw. And as I catch what I throw, there's on the screen over there, if you zoom in, it's a dog running with their owner. Because catch what I throw, like playing fetch. See what I mean? And as I see what I mean, and there's a bunch of eyes on that guy's shirt, and there's something that looks like eyes right there. And it's like, I obviously see through time, like eyes. And eyes, I get it, eyes don't know how to tell this. But I'm an alien in human form. That's Jesus Christ. And that's confusing. Like, wait, you rabbit? No. I'm like Harry Potter. He can speak to the basilisk. They're deaf, blind, and mute. They don't talk to me anything other than disguises. They don't even understand anything about me. And like I said, it's awkward. You know, kids getting changed there. Like I told you, they're gonna try and make me look like a weirdo or a pedophile. They're trying to do a bunch of different stuff to me. But that's how I view them. They want to make me appear like them. They want to turn me into them. They're as dumb as that thing. I'm not even saying the real dog. They're as dumb as that poster. Or that baby, dude. There's a baby right there, but I don't want to look like I'm trying to take a picture of a baby. But that baby is just like one of them, believe it or not. So 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 people in the store are them. So, how do I say this? Yeah, so Helen Keller, you notice that the girl has red hair, and the girl's name is Annie? And well, it's Helen Keller and the miracle worker. Because I tried to be like the miracle worker for them, using my experimental psychology and tactics. And when I said that girl's phone has a picture of a dog on it. Because I know she's got a picture of a dog on it, and I know I'm just walking around. And I can time things out accordingly. Man, that was crazy, dude. So that's for them to try and make me look like I'm supposed to be a girl. I'm trying to almost play along with how bad I could be, or am. If you look up some of the stuff I'm talking about, there's a bunch of different characters. Look up God, and I try and pronounce what beside me. There's a dog, but nowhere else there is, except for all the dogs in the store. Look up Do You See on South Park, and the video that's like 3 or 4 minutes long, it's a guy, and it's like, hello, what's your name, mister? And he says, God. And he said, you stole all my work. You give other people credit for what I do. No one else knows the extent of my greatness and my deeds. And that's what Satan does to me. So I made that. I used to say to them, do you see? Do you see? And they were like, what the hell is he talking about? I mean, that's not how Satan talks exactly, but I mean, like if I were to translate it into the way like people might speak, also if you add in the woe factor, I will begin to explain in some of my future videos what the woe factor is. It's a technique, a hypnotist and mentalist technique used to be able to almost mind control someone, especially using their opposite disorder and their ODD against them. That's one of the ways I got them to be able to do all this for me, to expose that they're just a hive mind of people working together, trying to pretend to be me, and a bunch of other stuff that they're doing, and working in tandem against me. What else could I explain in this video? And again, when I say I always try and match it up. With the girl with red hair, a dog, and stuff like that. So they think that it's like giving someone extra psychosis, or changing, or sculpting, or carving their psychosis. So they think they're tearing something down of mine, when really they're blindfolded and building it up. And then once they look around, it's like every couple bricks is theirs, and then every couple bricks is mine, but I'm the one handing them their bricks anyways. So they think they're hurting me, and once in a while they think they're helping me, hurting me by accident, but then all of a sudden they're going to wake up, and be like, oh. It's almost like we're surrounded by all this evidence that makes us look guilty and makes him look not guilty. I have much better analogies than that I can recite better when I'm in a better mood and I'm really feeling it. That's kind of the way God speaks through me. To really like feel it. My mood is also, if you can't love me as if I was just another human, and of course I try and make the match up with a dog, then you can't love God. And the last ones were for Satan. They didn't want me. They don't want to love me. And it's like one of the things is they were almost mad at Hayden because of Slim Shady. And then when he turned into me, they were almost mad at me because of Hayden and Slim Shady. Because, I don't know, they're insane. They're like delusional. So I put license plates in Washington, D.C. that would say LP, then some other letters and numbers, and then EM or EMN and stuff like that, mostly just EM, to represent Eminem and LP, like when you release an LP or an EP, like an album. And I said, you must love the least of your brethren. What you have done to me, you've done to the least of your brethren. So I said, if you want to view the least, if you think Slim Shady and me are the least of your brethren, I'll force you to love Slim Shady. And if you want to hate me because of Slim Shady, I'll make it harder to love me by making you think of me as Slim Shady. I know it sounds crazy. It doesn't mean I go around acting like Slim Shady, but it's complicated what I do sometimes. And I always try and match up. I want to reiterate what I do here. And again, I have to make it look like we're switching places. Like I talked about adding and sculpting and carving in and out their delusions and paranoia, their everything about them, using their weaknesses against them, using their strengths against them, some real art of war type of stuff going on here, where they view me, instead of as approaching army, like a metaphor, they view me as a baby little girl with like Down syndrome. Where I even put a girl online where, like, okay, there's a girl, I'm God. I'm the carver, the crafter of reality. There's a girl online, she has a chipped tooth like me, like Oliver Tree. There's a lot of other stuff that I talked about in past videos that people believe in. And I don't know if you saw that, they're trying to make, they think I'm going to stay right now, where I'll believe that they're working together and we're just on the same side. No. If you're on the same side as me, why are you trying to torture me and hurt me and say I'm the sacrifice and say I'm the true son of Lucifer? And if you guys are all me and you're all Jesus, why are you trying to say I'm the true son of Lucifer? Why would I listen to you then? Why would I listen to Jesus if I'm the true son of Lucifer? And if I'm Jesus, why would I believe that you're Jesus? And if I'm Jesus, why would I believe I'm the true son of Lucifer? I mean, that's one of the reasons in the Bible it's written that I will say in the end, the last thing I will say is, I am the root and offspring of David, the bright and morning star. Because I predicted Satan trying to be me at the last second. And it's like, you want to pretend to be me? But you thought that it's switching places. But it's like, well, who do you want me to be? I'm going to make you into that. Like the other day, I was watching a movie knowing they were spying on me, or listening to me, watching me, being with me, however they would want to view it. He said, call me a cab. And he said, all right, you're a cab. Like, they wanted Hayden Lonsdale to go back to Robert LaFleur and make him think he's in a different world and tell him to go back to Boston, where Robert LaFleur was. So I said, this is Boston now. The first day I got back, I said, we're in Boston now, get it? And I said, I am Bob, as in God. I wanted Hayden to think Robert LaFleur was Bob, was God. And I said, yeah, you're in a different world now. So, if they want me to be them to be me, well, who did you think I was? You thought I was like a little baby girl dog in a sacrifice and someone to be gay and transgender. And they thought of Hayden as someone who was a gay, trans, little girl dog. Like, he was so messed up, more than he knows about. And he doesn't even know it. He doesn't even know what he likes or who he is, that he might as well be someone who, like, you ever seen Donald Trump make fun of that reporter? They did that to him and said, you're like that on the inside. You just don't even know it, basically. Not word for word. He said, and I condone him to say it because I was only possessing him for seconds and minutes at a time. Mostly just seconds. And those seconds are important to be able to change people's behaviors in time. And they said to Hayden, if I were to show you what you really look like on the outside as you are on the inside, they mentioned someone like, literally, like how Donald Trump made fun of that reporter. And I said, but that's, everything you said about him is about you. You guys are both genders, and you're the one that, manipulates the gay and trans people to make them sin, but you're like gay and trans too, almost. And then, they're like mentally challenged. They don't understand so much stuff. They said to Hayden, I could say something. I'm the type of person that would be told something once and never have to be told it again, making fun of him almost, like being sarcastic. When that's what I could say to them. They still don't get that I'm not going to turn to someone else. They still don't get that memory and intelligence isn't attached to how relaxed I am. They still don't get that I'm not going to turn to Hayden just because I get relaxed. They still don't get that I'm never going to believe in their lies. They still don't get that they can't just be me or lie to me. They think I'm as dumb as I think they are. Or should I say, I know they are. Like, there's an analogy where I said, hey, make me food. And someone says, okay. And I say, you know what, never mind. Let me make you food. Or better yet, let's order something out. Or let's have someone else make us food. But I'll say to someone, hey, make me food. And then if someone says no, I say, you are my food now. Like the song God Hates Us by Avenged Sevenfold. If you want to know my story, you got to drown to know. That's what I wanted Hayden to hear. Because I put like almost double speak lyrics in the thing. Or like song, you should have knew I was coming. My girl got boobs and a tail. Who else has tails but lizard people? Because I wanted Hayden to think that they were promising Hayden to be a girl and have a boyfriend, but he thought it was the other way around because I wanted him to think that. And they're walking around like, so they wanted Hayden to think that he could be a gay trans girl and have a black boyfriend. When I was like, no, you can have a girlfriend and be the black guy. Because they told Hayden that he was Charles, like a big black guy on the inside too. Like they thought about Hayden in so many weird ways. I know it sounds crazy and insane, but they would look at me and just see themselves. I think of them as an angry, old, dementia, black or white person. But mostly, their psychology reminds me of someone from the inner city, of which mostly whom people are African American. And they also remind me of a little angry, evil girl. Like they told Hayden Lonsdale, you're like that little girl on that picture where she looks at the fire and just laughs at everyone. But that's what they are. I mean, all these people are literally like that on the inside. Satan symbol. They're all Satan. I can time it out because I'm Jesus. I'm not just some human who just was holy. I'm an actual, real, alien God that isn't a demon. I mean, like Hellraiser, a demon to some, Like I said, I'm the mushroom in human form, panspermia. I needed a body, like I told Hayden. And it says right here, like the mushroom powder. And it says Dom, but you know, I want someone to believe me. Where if I know it was placed like this, I want to see who would believe me. Or if I was like this, said, well, just block out the D. I want to see who can believe me through all this craziness. Because I can understand how it's crazy, but all this is actually real. With that guy's shirt said yes in the other video, right when that would be the most appropriate thing to say. Like, I always told Satan, these voices are always going to be with you. Because I was telling them that I'm going to talk to them. You want to force me to talk in order to torture me? I'll make you talk. You want to study me and spy on me? I'll make you study something that will literally change you and poison you and behavioral change you. They want me to think I'm the apple, the poisonous apple. Because they're like, well, doesn't that, if you eat God's apple or drink his drink, doesn't that mean you burn or something? But I'm God. You're going to make me drink my own drink? You're going to make me eat. Like, God is supposed to be the only one with knowledge. Like a parent is supposed to be the only one that has knowledge about everything. You don't tell kids every single thing about life. That's just unfair. I mean, if your kid asks you what you would do, or what life is, what you do in life, anything about life, you're gonna tell a 5-year-old about that, a 10-year-old? That's what Satan wants to do. If you look up this song, Black Hole Sun, about the girl, and she's burning the Barbie doll and a bunch of other crazy stuff, you would realize, and then the girl that has a reptilian tongue, that's based on these people. And then the girl in the song, what's it called? The animal, where it says the beast is coming to life and it's a picture of a lamb. It's also to make Satan tell the government that the lamb is the beast. That doesn't make sense, because if I'm the beast, that means I'm also the lamb. And if I'm also the lamb, then who's the beast? Like I use the color purple as a code sometimes. And besides them wanting to try and use that against me, I knew they'd be walking by with purple without eyes back on the back of my head. But I wanted them to tell the government, oh, he's the whore of Babylon, not us. He's the beast, not us. And then all the humans would be around all the lizard people like, oh. And it says R, because I told them that R means retarded. Excuse my language, but one of my things is to make Satan feel as decrepit as they made Hayden feel. And it says Ariel, and there's a picture of a baby there, and a cat over there to confuse them. There's a smarty cat right there. I mean, there's so much you just ask me, but I'm not, and I try to time it out, so it says me, and there's a dog there. I don't know if humans can miss all my subliminal messages. Craziness. Craziness, people. Like this. You want me to think creative? I went over in the other videos. You want me to think I have to think creative? Like, don't hug me, I'm scared. And be a girl. And or I'll get 5 Nights at Freddy's. And it's like Jesus calling. I told them that they're like little girls that are predominantly from I'd say the inner city or some type of specific town. Like if you memorize human statistics, it has nothing to do with color. I'm saying a specific type of girl. I'm not saying evil. I'm saying the parts of them where they just argue, ignoring the evil stuff, ignoring the torture stuff. I'm saying their actual personality traits that if you ignore the evil stuff. And also all the other stuff. But it was the thing where they said they want to turn me into a little black girl, a little African-American girl, a little color girl, however you identify, whatever skin color you like me to call you, but it's hard when I'm talking to a whole audience of people. And don't mind, I want Satan to be see, he wants to turn everyone into little girls or supervillains. That's what they're doing. And I went over and there was a key on the ground. I knew it would be there. And then ducks started going to me because I wanted the ducks to represent humans in the government getting away from the demons and coming to me in Miami. And I have the key to their jail, to their whatever. So then all of a sudden I say, let's look up a song called Call Jesus. And it's just a bunch of girls singing a song called Call Jesus. When I say Jesus, I put Lindsay Lohan there.